What's good, all my trader and investor homies? In today's video, we're gonna be breaking down ARK Invest top penny stock. That's right, we're gonna be talking about Cathie Wood, my boo thing. She keeps buying a penny stock. They have bought and bought this penny stock, and it is currently the top owned penny stock in any of the ARK funds. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down this penny stock, and we're going to be taking a close look at the business model, the fundamentals, and the technicals, and to see why ARK Invest continues to buy. When ARK Invest starts to load up on the stock, particularly any small caps or penny stock, I take interest because Cathie Wood is a great investing mind. And when I see somebody like her taking interest in a small cap or a penny stock, it makes me want to take a deep dive into the company and check it out and break it down and see if I want to invest in this penny stock as well. We like to use ARK Invest as a cheat sheet because they are focused on growth stocks, as am I. As a growth stock investor, she's an idol. She's somebody I look up to. And you see her buying a stock, it makes me want to take a look at it. It's just a shortcut to finding good investments. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down this penny stock that ARK Invest has been adding to the ARKQ fund over the last couple of months. They've been buying up millions of shares. They've been adding. Let's break it down in today's video. If you're new to the channel, we talk about the hottest stocks in the market every single day. So consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you get alerted every time we post a video. And I'm just going to ask for one small favor. Like the button for me. Click all the buttons and give the like button the old touchdown trade snake eye jab in the eyes. All right, guys. So the penny stock that we're going to be breaking down, the top penny stock in any of the ARK holdings is NNDM, Nano Dimensions. This is actually a stock that we've discussed in previous videos, but ARK Invest just keeps on buying. So we're going to be breaking down, putting a microscope on this NNDM, Nano Dimensions, and taking a look at it, and I'm going to offer you guys my thesis, my opinion on why ARK Invest keeps buying. I'm going to put a price target on it like I do with every stock we break down towards the end of the video, and offer my opinion on investing in this penny stock, in this company, and where I see it going in the future. So let's break it down. I think this move was primarily caused by a lot of institutional buying, and it created a kind of a squeeze in the stock and caused it to have some pretty volatile weeks. Some moves of over 50, 60, 70 cents in a day. That is a big move for a small cap penny stock. But this is a company that's been around for a while. It's not a new company. It's had a rough road, trading over $100 per share, almost $100 a share, and lost over 99% of its value and dropped all the way down to under 50 cents a share. So why do I think, what's different now than it was when it was trading at $99 a share? Why is this company now on ARK Invest radar? Why is it now on my radar? We're going to be breaking all that down in today's video. So I want to start off by talking about the company, the business model, and where I see it headed. NNDM, Nano Dimension, is in the business of 3D printing. And first, I want to address why I think this stock over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years has dropped from $100 a share and fell all the way to almost 50 cents a share. And I think it is because Nano Dimensions, 3D printing, this is a sector that was ahead of it. This is a sector that was ahead of its time. It doesn't matter how good the technology is. It doesn't matter how good the business is, how good the future is for the sector. If you're too early, you're too early. And I just think they were too early. And what I mean by that is if you don't have any customers, people don't understand what 3D printing is and what value it's going to bring, then you're just not going to have anybody to sell your 3D printers to. And I think they were too early. People didn't realize that this 3D printing was the future of manufacturing small parts, manufacturing circuit boards for electronics, and they just didn't capitalize on it. Why would you buy a big 3D printer when you can just order these parts from China for the low and get it cheaply made from China. Well, everything changed when the old Rhinoceros Rex came around, and we realized how inefficient we were being in so many different aspects of our life. We were being so inefficient. Business travel, right? Healthcare system. Look at Teladoc. Look at Zoom. And I think Nano Dimensions is going to be one of those companies that benefits from us living a more efficient lifestyle post-virus, post-vaccine. And we realized with the Rhinoceros Rex that we were too dependent on other countries for our manufacturing. And I think bringing 3D printing to the United States and other countries as well is going to allow us to bring manufacturing back home on a small stage, but you're not going to be dependent on other countries manufacturing specific parts as we were prior to the Rhinoceros Rex. Here on the NNDM website, and let's go through some of the bullet points, some of the scenarios that a 3D printer makes sense. Innovating freely without traditional manufacturing process constraints, aka you don't need a big CNC machine to make your specific parts that you need. You can just use the 3D printer, load up the schematics into the design portion of the 3D printer and print it out. Also, you don't need to rely on China for your parts. You have a 3D printer, you can print a specific part that you need, a circuit board part that you need, and get it done ASAP. Printing individual sections of a circuit design for on-the-fly testing. You're working on a new design, you can test that out quick with a 3D printer. The last time we spoke about NNDM, ARK Invest had bought about 400,000 shares for the ARKQ fund. It was the smallest holding in the ARKQ fund, and now today it is the 36th biggest holding in the ARKQ fund, and they own over 2 million shares, over $8 million worth of the stock. So obviously they've added over 1.6 million shares of NNDM since we made our last video on this company just about a month and a half ago. So they've been buying a bunch of NNDM, and I want to talk about why, my thesis on why ARK Invest is so turned on with this NNDM right now. Here it is right here, the post you know what world, the old Roni moving the supply chain in-house. Even as China comes back to online, we are beginning to wonder if the old you know what will impact other supply-oriented geographies. While China is improving, the supply chain for the electronics industry may yet see substantial disruptions, aka we realize that we are too dependent on other countries for manufacturing, for prototypes, for all things manufacturing, and these 3D printers are going to allow small companies, not these big huge manufacturing companies, but even small companies to streamline the design, the R&D process, and to bring manufacturing small, specific, unique parts in-house. And that's why I think ARK Invest is taking so much interest into Nano Dimensions, into NNDM. They've been buying it like hotcakes, and I think this is why. Look at this quote from Bloomberg, I think sums it up real nice. The global supply chain is disrupted. We are seeing disruptions across the board. The high-tech industry is heavily reliant on China and parts of Asia. Nailed it right on the head. Right now, if a company's prototyping a new electronic circuit board or a new part, this is how the process works. You have the prototype design, you send it to Europe, who then sends it to China, and then it needs to get all the way back to you. The process can take up to 21 days. Now they're saying you can move it in-house if you buy a NNDM 3D printer. You don't have to have that 21-day turnaround period for your prototypes, and it just streamlines the process. That is why I think ARK Invest keeps buying NNDM, and that's why I'm taking a really nice. That's why I also have a lot of interest in the 3D printing sector and NNDM. If we take a look at the 3D printed electronics market, the growth chart is freaking just straight parabolic to the moon. And we can see that even over here as we progress, the chart just gets steeper and steeper. And I think that growth continues on 2030, 2040. I think we see straight up growth for the 3D printing market. and that's reflected in the stock-specific NNDM growth as well. We can see in 2017, the growth compared to 2018, we had a 5x revenue, more than 5x revenue growth from 2017 to 2018. To 2019, we also saw about 50% revenue growth, and I think that revenue growth continues, and that is looking very nice for this stock. All right, let's take a quick look at the chart. I'll talk about some price targets and where I would put a buy zone to invest in NNDM. So we have a nice area of support. The first time we ran up the flagpole, that often acts as support. I think it's going to be hard for this stock to get back under this 350 area. I think it's going to act as support. We can see right here we held, and I think we're going to hold that area. So if we ever come back down under $4 towards 350, I think that's a nice buy zone in that $4 to 350 area, and I would look for it to head back up over 6. We saw a pullback. ARK Invest sold a little bit in this area right here, but I think they are not going to dump their position. I think they're just moving some companies around, trying to get their percentages right. I don't think it was a negative look on NNDM. I don't think it was a negative look on NNDM from the viewpoint of ARK Invest. I think it was more so they have to keep their percentages of the funds at a certain level, so they had to sell a little bit. They're not just going to sell 50,000 shares if they want to get out of the position. They would dump it all if they could. So I think ARK Invest is bullish on NNDM. I'm bullish on NNDM. I'm bullish on the 3D sector, the 3D printing sector. I think this stock holds 350, and I think in 12 to 14 months, we're trading over this $6 level. So I'm going to put a 12-month price target of $6.50 per share on this NNDM. It's a nice 50% upside in my opinion. I'm very bullish on the sector and the stock. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap things up. Hope you guys got something from the video, and I hope it helped to explain my thesis on why ARK Invest is buying this penny stock. All right, guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to hit 25K subscribers by the end of the year. It's going to be tough, so we need all the help we can get. Also, hit that like button if you've yet to do so. It tells YouTube to promote the channel, helps the channel grow, and check out the link in the bio or the description for Webull, the best broker out there right now, offering the best deal out there right now, 3 free stocks when you deposit $100 when using my link. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Until next time, peace out, homies.